So, why is it expensive? Why is it expensive? There are reasons for this. Number one, the first one I will mention is popping. I did a graduation decoration last year. I did a graduation garland for a client last year, and she just wanted me to do the focal point, the backdrop where photos will be taken and everything. And she said that she and her family would decorate the rest. So on the day I arrived, I started setting up. They arrived as well and started setting up on their own side. While they were setting up and blowing up their balloons, I was setting up. My balloons were all blown up. I was just then putting them together. The next thing I started hearing were pop, 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 pop. The balloons were popping left, right, and center. They got so frustrated. They were like, "How come our balloons are popping and yours are not popping?" I just laughed. And in my mind, that was just vindication. I said, the simple reason is, I'm not being rude, but the simple reason is I buy my balloons from reputable balloon suppliers, and I know they're reputable because they are licensed, they are certified, and they have a responsibility to make sure that the balloons that they're getting from the manufacturers are of the correct standards according to UK requirements. Meanwhile, where did they get their balloons from? Well, they said they got their balloons from Amazon. So, number one, if you buy cheap, low-grade balloons, they are liable to pop. That one is a fact. They will keep popping, and at the end, they will ruin what you've designed. Okay? Not to say that these ones don't pop, but the chances of them popping, I've been doing this now for a while, and hardly does that happen. Hardly does that happen. That's number one. Number two, the quality of the colors you get when you buy high-grade quality balloons. There are so many colors to choose from, so many grades of colors to choose from. That's number two. Number three, those colors don't fade. Or they take a while before they fade, unlike when you buy low-grade, low-quality balloons. Number four, which is very important, is balloons are made from a particular type of, there are lots of different things that go into making balloons, and I don't know fully the in and out of it. However, there is a particular chemical, I cannot remember what it's called, that are contained in balloons.
Now let's talk about those tempting online deals. You've seen them. Balloons and party supplies on Temu, AliExpress, Shein, even our good friends Amazon and eBay. And there are prices that sometimes seem too good to be true. But here's what most people don't realise. That bargain could cost you far more than you think, because when you buy directly from a seller that's located outside of the UK, even if it's through Amazon or eBay, then you become the importer. And that means full legal responsibility for product safety, compliance and certification now sits firmly on your shoulders. The buck doesn't stop with the seller, it stops with you. And this isn't just about red tape or paperwork, it's about protecting children's health and indeed your business reputation. Cheap latex balloons can contain dangerous levels of nitrosamines that are heavily restricted in the UK. Some imported balloons have been up to 9 times over the legal limit. And these aren't theoretical risks, they're real chemical hazards. When products like these end up in children's hands, the consequences can go far beyond a simple business mistake. They can become a serious health and safety issue.
So we handle these balloons all the time. So as a balloon artist, I have to be very, very careful where I buy my balloons from. So this is just giving you a few reasons why I have to buy good quality, high-grade balloons. These balloons last a long time. They last a long time. Oh my goodness. Depending on the event, when you do an event, obviously, at the end of the event, we pop the balloons and we clean up and we take them away. However, if it was a corporate event, for instance, and it was indoors and you decided you wanted to leave the balloons there, those balloons will stay there for ages. They will stay there for a very long time. Over a time, they will oxidize, obviously, but that oxidization actually is beautiful because it creates a matte effect, which some people like. If you don't want the matte effect, it can be sprayed with a particular type of spray that keeps it shiny as well. However, if you buy cheap grade balloons, they don't have that long-lasting effects either. So these are just a few reasons. There are more. I just don't want to keep going on and on. These are just a few reasons why we buy, or I buy, from reputable suppliers who get their products from reputable manufacturers, and I will not compromise on that. So that's just one point I wanted to make about balloons. So when you come to me and you ask me to produce something for you and you send your inspo photo, please understand that I'm not trying to cheat you. I'm not trying to take all your money. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm meeting industry standards while at the same time using quality products that will make your event pop. Using quality products that will make your event stand out. Using quality products that will make you enjoy your event. You don't want to be having your party and dancing and all you're hearing is pop, 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 pop. Your balloons popping everywhere. You will be very cross with me. So you have to bear this in mind. Now, I've only talked about latex, plain latex balloons. I've not even talked about balloons that have prints on them, because there are lots of different styles of balloons. There are the ones that have prints on them. There are the Starburst balloons that have different shapes, and there are the foil balloons. If you want those things added to your designs, that comes at a cost. Those are different costs as well that we have to take into consideration. So that's your balloons. Now, let's talk about all the other things. Well, I'll just talk about one other thing that will go into the cost of your balloon. Now, some of you will say to me, "Oh, I want my child's picture on the sailboard. I want my child's picture made part of the sale board, which is brilliant, which is lovely. I love that. And we have our suppliers where we go to get these things done. They are not cheap. They are not cheap. They don't cost £5, they don't cost £20, they don't cost £50. They are more expensive than that. So I will charge you for that, and you have to understand that when I charge you for that, it all adds up to the cost. So, my people, please understand that we're not here to take your money. We know that things are not easy because we are all feeling the pinch. The economic downturn across the world is affecting everybody. However, it feels insulting or frustrating when someone says to you, oh, after all, it's only balloons, or I'll buy it off Amazon. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's absolutely fine. But what I want to do here is to create some understanding of why I charge the way I charge, or why things are the way they are. Please, 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 you can do a bit of your own research. You don't have to take my word for it, but I've been doing this for a while now, and I've been learning a lot along the way, and I've been understanding the frustrations and the challenges that we face in the balloon industries. And I also understand the frustration and the challenges that people who want decorations done for them are facing. Yes, you have constraints with your finances, but I think the more you understand, the easier it will be for you, because with understanding comes enlightenment, and then there will not be this friction between the clients and the designer. Now, people will say, oh, I found someone who can do it cheaper. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you find someone who can do it cheaper, go ahead, bless them, help their business grow as well. I hope that they are using the right products, because we are all buying from the same places. That's just what it is. We're all buying from the same place. But having said that, some artists might have relationships, business relationships with some of the suppliers. I don't know how that works, but we are all buying from the same places, unless there's people who are buying from Amazon and Temu and Shein and so on and so forth. And I'm not knocking them down. That is valuable. That is okay. But you just have to be aware of what you're purchasing and what you're getting yourself into. Thank you very much for listening. I've taken a lot of time talking about this, and I hope that in some small way I've been able to shed some light into why your costs, when you see the quotes from the event stylist, you're like, why is this so expensive? And I hope this will help someone along the way. Thank you very much, everybody. And it's evening here, so I'm going to say have a good evening and see you again next time. God bless you. Bye.